But in order to do that, we must start with big money, not small money. The minister in the other parliament tried to consolidate the money of all this money, women, youth, put together, take it to the parish. But when they brought it to parliament, they blocked it. They said, no, only send 200 billion. 200 billion divided into 10,000 parishes, you end with 14 million shillings. What will you do with 14 million shillings? This is just a joke. I demand, because I've been on this issue for 60 years, I'm not a novice, I'm not a beginner, I really now demand that the NRM leadership puts 100 million shillings per parish per year. 100 million. Why do I say 100 million? Because if we put 100 million per parish per year, in 5 years, we shall be talking of 500 million in the parish circle, government contribution, and revolving. And then we encourage them also to put their own money, to save, to add on. You will be building now parish-based banks for these people. Now, the other day, I was having a meeting with some people. I said, suppose this 100 million is in a parish, and we give somebody a loan. They give themselves. They are the ones giving themselves. It's not us. They are circle. For us, we send the money we just monitor to make sure they don't steal it. If they steal it, we lock them up. And we sell their bivanja to recover the money. So we give them the money in their circle, and we are giving the example of, suppose somebody borrows 1 million. 1 million is a lot of money, apparently. I didn't know. Why? Because if I want to plant 1 acre of coffee, an acre needs 450 seedlings. And apparently, each seedling is 400 shillings. So actually, with 180,000, I can buy enough seedlings to plant in a whole acre. So out of my loan of 1 million, I remain with 800,000 shillings to do other things. Labor, 200,000 shillings or less. In the village, it can even be less. So apparently, 1 million shillings in the village can do a lot. That's what I was told. It can do a lot. Somebody can plant a whole acre with the seedlings of coffee. Now, if you do that, if you say that you give loans in 1 year of 1 million shillings out of 100 million shillings, even if that will mean 100 homesteads in each year. 100 homesteads catered for. And in a parish, according to Minister Majezi, the average is like 800 homesteads. So, if in 5 years you help 500 homesteads in a parish, and bearing in mind that some of the people are already out of poverty even now, you will cover the whole country. So please, then the issue of value addition. The issue of value addition will be done at a higher level. Here in the center, the president, the vice president, the prime minister, who will be the coordinator of all this, we shall now be working with the private sector, telling them, put a factory here, because there are too many mangoes here. Put a factory here, because there is a lot of milk here. Put a factory there, because there is a lot of coffee. And if the private sector is not moving, then the government can use UDC to come in to do the processing. So that's why, therefore, I am here to appeal to you as the caucus of the NRM to really support the parish model. The women, the youth, all those categories of people, all those species are there in the parish. The women are not in the districts. I had a rumor that each parish has got all species there. Women are there, youth are there, disabled are there, and actually they are most there than anywhere else. So why do you live where the women are and the youth are and the disabled are, and you go to the district? Who is in the district? Huh? Who is in the district? Except the eaters. They are the only ones in the district. But the women are in the parish. All species of people you want, they are all there. Even my constituency, the one of Jidudu, they are also there. You remember our constituency, Jidudu and myself. The old men and the old women. So please, let's not waste time. Let's not go on. And this business of lack of cohesion, because that's what I told you last time. Lack of cohesion has been part of the problem. I was, for instance, looking at this mistake, which was made on the 6th of July, 1999, when Parliament blocked my proposal to bring a developer for Bujagari. They were just here laughing and frustrating the effort. I have the answer here. Huh? Just joking, not knowing that they are really endangering their country. This is a man called Mr. Chamuzi. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Parliament is the supreme lawmaking body of Uganda, noting that whatever we resolve or begin discussing according to Environment Statute 1995 and according to Article 245 of the Constitution of Uganda has got to be subjected to a public hearing. Would it be proper for us to proceed? So they blocked this Bujagari. They are all here. Dick Nyai, Mwonda. There was a man called Mwonda. They are all here. And the consequence was the load shedding. By 2005, we were in the load shedding. This problem was caused by Parliament. The Parliament of Ruchamuzi, Mwonda, all these people, let me see them here. There's even somebody called Ben Mutiaba. So, So that's what blocked Bujagari, and the consequence was load shedding for a very long time. There's Okero, they are all here. Okero, Dombo could not have missed. Mr. Pinto, you remember Pinto? You see, this is very, very serious. The record is now here, showing people who let down their country. They are all here, in black and white. So therefore, I really appeal to this parliament. This is a subject some of us know very well. And we have succeeded. We have succeeded. So I would appeal to everybody that please, let's support the parish model. These people will give the details of decision making and all that. But the fundamental things are that now we are shifting from deciding for the people, for the stakeholders, to the stakeholders making decisions by themselves. The only thing we shall do, because you see we don't want, we must give them the information about what is needed in the market. Because also you have this NGO mentality, the bottom up, that the bottom will tell the head what to do. There are things the bottom knows, but there are also things the head knows. So let's divide. Let's say some things for the bottom and some things for the head. Bottom up, the up, we are the ones who know what is demanded in the market. We know that the demand for coffee is big, the demand for this is this, the demand for this. So therefore, if we encourage our people, we should encourage them to do things which are demanded in the market. That one, so that we should say, this money we are giving you, but you can select. Like those 7 activities, the ones I outlined in the other booklet. And then the other role would be like the sources of materials. It should not be the government people to decide. The stakeholders should be the ones to buy, but they could buy from a certified list of material providers, so that they don't buy poor quality. Otherwise, it should be the people now to decide for themselves. So I appeal to you to really all of us support the parish model, and we will put more money there. It's a bit late now, but let's put, I demand at least 100 million, because we can't go on joking, 100 million per parish, per year. And that's like 1 trillion. That's like 1 trillion each year, 1 trillion each year. We are almost hitting that, because when you put the money of the youth, of the women, it was reaching to about 600 billion. So we needed to just add on, and we hit the target of 100 million per parish, which is like 1 trillion, 1/40th of our budget, because we have got 42 trillion, which we put in the budget. What's wrong with putting 1 trillion to eliminate poverty from your people? This will be good for you, so that you don't develop blood pressure because of the poor people coming to you to beg from you. I can tell you that in the cattle corridor, whenever I go for elections, they contribute cows. The other time they contributed 800 cows. I didn't have where to put them. I put them in your farm in Ngoma. They always give me cows because they are rich now, because of the work we did with them. So please, let's get moving. Do I say, or how do you say in Parliament? I submit.
A number and series of meetings to make sure that we operationalize the parish model. And here with me are some of the decisions we have made. One, we have made sure that the parish model budget some money to make sure that we recruit all parish chiefs in every parish. And this money is already in the district. A total of 29.6 billion is going to cater for this, so that 5,600 vacancies of parish chiefs are recruited, and the districts are already doing this. We have put some money to train and operationalize the parish development model. We are putting in place the leadership. We are suggesting that a seven-member committee headed by the LOC2, the chairman NRM, the chairperson Women Council, the chairperson Youth Council, the chairperson PWD, and the parish chief as the secretary, and at least one person from the elders to head the parish model. Colleagues, we have also made sure that the money that would either be used to, the money that is going to be used is over 14.5 million to start with, because in the budget we have only 200 million. For more details, Your Excellency, allow me to invite the Honorable Magezi Raphael, if he's around. The Honorable Magezi Raphael to give us details, because
as described, and what the Right Honorable Prime Minister has given, but briefly, we give you in this paper the conceptual framework of the parish model. We have developed it, you will see it, you can give further input, but we've described what the parish model is all about. We've described its goals, overall objective, and specific objectives. We've shown how this parish model is different from other initiatives of government. And we've then given the pillars of the parish model. That is under the conceptual framework. We've also given the implementation and coordination framework. How is the parish model going to be implemented? What is the structure for its coordination? We've described all this. And thirdly, we've also informed you in this paper the progress made so far. What have we done as government up to now? And what are the remaining prior actions that we bring to your attention? And finally, we've presented the budget for financing the parish model, both what has been approved now and the gaps in terms of what we have to do in order to have a good takeoff. Your Excellency, I thank you so much for describing this model in detail. I just want to highlight a few things which are important. One, we are implementing this model under 7 pillars. And these pillars really underline an extra difference between the parish model and other schemes. We are not about simply giving money and getting it back. We are looking at the holistic appraisal, the holistic uplifting of a household. So, pillar number 1, production, storage, drying, transportation, processing, marketing. The entire production value chain. And that has a sector working group to manage that pillar, headed by the Minister of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, but with support from the other ministries and institutions, trade and industry, tourism, foreign affairs, and our development partners, civil society and the private sector, who have a stake in production, processing, storage, marketing. So we shall be talking about not just producing, but even the entire chain of when you produce, what exactly is suitable for the market, as His Excellency explained. How do you ensure that this is properly handled? And how do you ensure that it is stored up to the final, including consumption? So from the fork, from the ground up to the fork on your table. Pillar number 2 is infrastructure and economic services. We're saying under the parish model, we shall pay attention to community access roads, bridges, upgrading the local markets, extension of electricity to our communities, providing water for production and consumption, and other economic services like banking, insurance. We've been talking about agricultural insurance, provision of internet connectivity to our people at the community level. The logic is you cannot produce and market without the necessary infrastructure like good roads. You cannot process unless you have electricity connectivity to our communities, and so on. So that's a pillar which will be led by the Minister in charge of Works, Transport, but supported by other relevant ministries and agencies. Pillar number 3 is finance, and that is what mostly His Excellency has explained, ensuring that the population mobilize, are organized, and are able to save, and are able to take credit, and are able to manage their responsibilities in terms of money. So the encouragement is you've been producing to feed your family. How about getting extra produce for profit, for income, as a group, as at the parish level? So we shall be having the revolving fund for procurement of inputs and equipment using the voucher system. So me, the beneficiary, Raphael Majezi, I have a voucher for supply of 100 kilograms of beans. And I go to this association or financial agency we've put at the parish to procure through a supplier who has been certified by the district. At the district, we are saying the chairperson of the district, the RDC, the cow, and the head of production should be able to sit and certify suppliers who can provide quality products to the people within the area. But the selection of enterprise, which is done at the local, is using the guidance given by the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries. Pillar number 4 is provision of social services. And this covers services like health, education, environment, housing, sanitation, hygiene. We are interested in just ensuring that this person is uplifted by also availing government social services to the community. So at the parish level, is there a primary school? And the education sector must look into that. In terms of health, we are going to support the village health teams so that they can ensure hygiene and sanitation and equip the health centers so that we also provide health for the person who wants to uplift from poverty. Environment management and other facilities. Pillar number 5 is community information system. Your Excellency, we are saying today we have 39% of our households who are still in subsistence production. The question is, who are they? What are they doing? In which economic activities are they now living? What are their conditions of livelihood? So we are putting a track to capture community information, data collection, data analysis at the parish level. Your Excellency, we've been focusing mainly at the sub-county and the district, but this time we're going to support the parish chief to be the data collector and to make sure that this data is input in the computers at the sub-county, analyzed and stored and processed at the district, and reports come upwards. So we are putting emphasis on having administrative statistics linked also to the economic performance of the households in the parish. And the parish chief will maintain the parish register, and this could be supported by village registers as well. Pillar number 6 is the community mobilization and mindset change. Your Excellency, in order to fight poverty, we must also focus at mindset change. Just as you said in your case, you took time to educate the people, to help them to change their attitudes. We are emphasizing this one. And finally, governance and administration, emphasizing that we strengthen decentralization and governance through the local government structures. The key concept here is the one government approach. Your Excellency, and that also shows the difference between the parish model and others. In this case, we are saying every ministry, every department and agency of government is providing services to the population, and the population are found in a certain parish in this country. So we are going to see how to plan and work together as government so that we can deliver together. The structures, just briefly, there is a National Policy Committee chaired by His Excellency the President. That shows the value we are putting in this model. We are putting it in the hands of the highest authority in the land. And he has already guided us, and we thank you, Your Excellency. Where we've reached is your guidance. He's supported by Her Excellency the Vice President, in case he's not around, to chair that policy committee, and finance and planning in terms of budget and planning, and local government in terms of implementation. But the various ministries are also represented at this National Policy Committee. And then the stakeholders, the private sector, the civil society, development partners, their apex organizations will have representation there. The Right Honorable Prime Minister has talked of the PDM Secretariat, only 2 people, supported by program managers from these 7 line ministries which I have mentioned. So these will be working, but simply seconded, being paid on their current terms of service. Then we have the working groups which I have defined, and you will look at them in the paper. We've also described the roles of the various players at the national level, at the local government level, up to the parish level. And as the Prime Minister has said, at the parish we have a 7-member committee, which is really inclusive of the main stakeholders. They'll be paid a monthly allowance or facilitation of 10,000 each, and they're expected to meet once a month. Their role is mainly mobilization, sensitization, popularization of the model, and ensuring that it succeeds. We've put a key framework for supervision, monitoring, and evaluation. We are developing indicators and M&E framework. The tools are available, and this is the function of the Prime Minister, to ensure that we really perform and we report to Parliament regularly using clear indicators and benchmarks. We want the parish model to deliver on the outputs intended. We've shown what we've done so far. You will look at it. And we've also given you the key outstanding activities. We are recruiting the parish chiefs. We are putting in place the development committees. We'll do the training. We'll operationalize the new sub-counties and town councils. Your Excellency, I'm aware that most, if not all, members of Parliament here have a sub-county or town council which was created, but which is not yet coded and which does not yet have a budget. Am I right? Their leadership was put in place. The mayors are there, the LC3 chairpersons are there. I want to assure you, honorable colleagues, we are working with the Minister of Finance to ensure that by the end of September, we provide resources and operationalize these sub-counties. Because it is not possible to move to a parish when you don't have this supervisory structure at the sub-county. With manuals, you look at them. We are also on the televisions and radios. And then we are going to work with the ministries to make sure that they align their budgets and work plans to the parish model. I thank you very much, Your Excellency, for giving me the opportunity to go through this. But you will see that in terms of funding, today we have 200 billion shillings. We have removed money to recruit and pay the parish chiefs. Each parish chief is paid 456,000. If you multiply that by the vacancies, 5,600, and the recruitment expenses, it is the 29 billion which the Prime Minister explained. Also constituting the parish development committees and making sure that they have their facilitation. The remaining money is 14.85 per parish. And I've given you the work plan in terms of when should we expect this. We're not going to release it now because we have some activities to make sure that we do before we simply talk of releasing money. Our estimation, as you'll see in that work plan, is that by the third quarter, we should have gone through the trainings, the popularization, the community sensitization, the data collection I've talked about, strengthening the structures, and all the governance that is required. And we should be able to release this as a start. But I want to appreciate you for supporting the request of the President that we start giving a minimum of 100 million per parish. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you, Your Excellency.
People at sub-county level who will help us to guide the parish model. Those are the extension of staffs at sub-county level, because we are now operating at 45%. So we shall also make sure that we have those in place. Thank you so much.